Hi and welcome to my new video. And as you saw by the thumbnail, by the way, I think I tricked you because no, I'm not gonna just hate on Star Stable in this video and on this particular Equestrian Festival update, but I have something to say. The Equestrian Festival, it has been around for at least 5 years, if I remember it correctly, and it has gotten quite a lot of change throughout these 5 years. But now it's full and going. But there are some things that I think Star Stable could have done better. But at the same time, this year, I also have things to say that are actually good and great, and I am kind of happy to see that in Star Stable. To start off right away, right where we are, is first positive thing for today, a new mascot, and finally new system, because for past I think 3 years it was Baroness competition and it was getting really outdated, honestly. And now it's a little bit different. It's a cute mascot that looks different, that looks like nothing else in game, and fun, as well as a board with more various gifts, like for example this squeaky horse that will come back later in this video too. And this overall is much cooler than this small and random rewards we would get from the Baroness reputation. So the first change for this year I think is really good, and I think Star Stable has done a good job on that one. Moving on to the next thing, and next thing will be all favorites, Sabine, our girl. We all love Sabine, and it's a big part of why we play this anyway, this Equestrian Festival, because we're fangirling, let's just say, and I'm a part of it. And she takes a very significant part in a story quest of the festival, which I think is cool, and I love it. And whenever they added this feature up, I was so happy, because I finally could get to know my in-game crush, to say it that way. But it's been at least 3 years since they added her as main story lead here. And the story hasn't been changed throughout the whole 5 years, or less than 5 years, but anyway. So we would just replay the same kind of story over and over again. Even though it had such a potential, you could get to, for example, know more of Sabine in the next year's storyline, or get an entirely different one as well, including her in it. Because they leave us kind of on a cliffhanger, sort of. Yeah, she betrayed us and we got really sad and went back to the bright side, but it could have been so much more to it. And if Star Stable would turn it to be a new quest, or slightly new quest every year, I think it would be much cooler. As well as quest rewards for that main quest. For that, I'm just coming to inventory to show you. You get this jacket and some pants. I'm not sure where they are. Yes, they're somewhere here right now. These ones. It's a Sabine outfit, and it is an amazing idea. Again, a very cool idea that could be just a little bit elevated, because outfit of Sabine is great, but the sucks part comes when we get it every year. We've been getting it for years, and it just either stores in my storage or being sold, because, well, we don't get anything new, and it's just the same piece of clothes every time. So I think it would be more fascinating to add up new outfits, like for example from other Dark Riders, because I bet we like the other ones too. Sabine is not the only one, clearly. Next up is small and very blinded in quests that are basically very boring and very 1 minute kind of quest. I get it, it's great for farming points, but it kind of ruins the whole interest for the game and the interest for the events, like Equestrian Festival. For example, this quest with Lady from the Gazette, or a lady that organizes a parade. Both quests is a huge potential. For example, Lady with the Gazette, instead of just taking interviews every day, with different people of Jorvik that we would actually do right now. We could make our own gazette. And it's creative, it encourages players to try something brand new, as well as it will probably spike up activity in social medias, because I bet everyone who would make this thing would just post it immediately, and me including, you know. So it could have been done so much better with this small quest. As well as, you see, that took me legit less than a minute. And this quest with the parade as well. You get only a few NPCs to kind of choose from for the parade. And you get the same quest line or talking line with all of them every day. So this is just sad. And if they could add, for example, I get it, it's hard to add new NPCs for every day because you'll just run out of them eventually. But it's a 4 weeks of festival. So a new set of riders for every week, for example. That would be at least slightly more interesting. We go back to my biggest, fattest favorite of this update. Agami horses. Now, you have no idea how many times I just came here to just jump on the squeakies. Oh, that was an idea. As well as the race for it, the own race for a squeaky toy. Unbelievable. And honestly, wow. In that one, Star Stable actually managed to impress me, because when the quests and festivals become so one-sided and kind of boring because you know what to expect every year, well, that was not expected. That was something I could never think, kind of. And that's the point. And that's the point of these events, because you're supposed to make them so people wait for them, so people are thrilled and curious what waits for them this year, not just like, oh yeah, I know, I'm just gonna do this and that and that. That makes it boring. But yeah, Squeaky Toys is adorable. As well as they just blew up social media. I've seen so many posts and pictures and edits with these ones. And TikToks, of course, TikToks. And even me and my club, we did dressage on those Squeaky Toys. Here is a picture, and it was adorable, honestly. I loved it. Look at this arch. They are all here. And we've got at least one new show jumping race. And in the first week already. And later on we've got a mascot show jumping race too. That actually was pretty cool and fun. At first I thought it was slightly boring because it was a little bit long. I think we'll just run it right now. But after all, when I ran it a few times, it actually wasn't that long. And it wasn't that boring either, so honestly, the mascot race is great. It's been added just yesterday, I think, or a few days ago, so it's a week 3 activity. And yeah, actually, the first week, we all been very concerned and kind of angry that Star Stable barely added anything new, except these very sweet squishy ponies. And they gave us very little races and very little XP for them, because this festival is known for a huge XP you get for the horse, and you can level your horses extremely easily with that festival. But we've gotten so little of it, and many people were furious, including me. I didn't really get what happened and why is it so. But I can see the Star Stable has improved nearly right away, honestly. We've got very many new races, so it's already more than any year before. And we've gotten back our XP bonus, and now we get 400 per every race, and more sometimes. So I think it's great. I think Star Stable is back on track, and I'm really happy about it. There is also one more thing that I will mention, that will be the last thing, and will also be positive, because I think everyone knows this Nightmare Dressage race. Yes, we all know what we're talking about. The race that used to give you points, but is extremely boring and annoying that you could get here with Olivia. It wasn't permanent, it was just the event thing. And it got me nuts every time. I couldn't. And this year, they seem to replace it with something far more fun, like a riding lesson that, as you can see, it holds the same structure, but the approach is different. You don't lose points so damn quickly. You can fail a few times, and I don't know how many times do you need to fail anyway to get to lose it, because I've never managed to. Because one of the most frustrating things about dressage was that you do one wrong thing and you're out and you start anew, and it just made me so mad every single time. And yeah, it was perhaps fun for one time, but when you had to do it every day and you kept failing, it got just very frustrating. And I think no one done it, even though it give you quest and give you point, which is pretty important. So oh yeah, I wasn't reading the labels, but as you can see, I've run through like 4 checkpoints wrong, and nothing happened to me. So I think it's really lovely, and I think it's much more fun interpretation of dressage test that they want. And it's fast, it's dynamic, you can get bored in 5 seconds. You could do it every day. It's a quest that you could do every day. I'm just back with my sleigh preset, I can't. I think it's very pretty. Anyway, thanks for watching. It was great to share my opinion. I probably should have done that earlier, but I just really like to wait and give it a chance, give it time to perhaps change. And it's good I did, because now I've gotten so much more good things to say about festival. Well, thank you for watching. I see you in my next videos. Bye bye.